What does it mean to be a ballet dancer?
Being a ballet dancer is expressing yourself and being someone that it's difficult to be around, like your classmates or your friends outside of dance. I usually prepare with some stretches, strengthening exercises to get my body warm and make sure I maintain my flexibility. The relationship between students and teachers is very formal.
My relationships with company members have changed a lot, and it's kind of weird. For example, like my teacher that I grew up studying from is now one of my colleagues, and I've danced and partnered with him on stage. It's really great because I get to learn from them in a whole other way.
My favorite part about performing is being able to go on stage and let go of the weight on my shoulders and the stress from other commitments and other things.
My favorite part about performing is feeling sort of alone with the music on stage. It's a strange feeling, but I don't know, I feel like the very basis of what dancers do is react to music, and in the studio it may not feel like that because there are other people and there's talking and everything, but on stage my favorite thing is just feeling like I'm back to the basics with music that I love. I get very nervous before, and adrenaline is a very good thing a lot of times because it makes me forget about all of that, but getting over the nerves is something that as long as I prepare in the studio, I'll be fine with, but there are a lot to overcome.
The hardest part about preparing for a performance is definitely the last few days prior to the performance day, because the instructors and students are very stressed, so we're also very frustrated with one another.
I always knew that I wanted to dance in some fashion. I didn't realize how much I loved the Louisville Ballet until a few years ago. I thought I wanted to go off somewhere giant and far away, but I realized that the repertoire and just the sense of hard work ethic, but a family in Louisville is really incredible.
What has been the most challenging part of this transition?
It's probably been motivating myself and just trying to get through the hard days, because the fun days, there are a lot of fun days where you enjoy dancing, but there are some days where your body isn't ready for it and it's the middle of the week and it's a hump day, and the hardest part has been getting through those days and reminding myself that I enjoy it. It's been easier relative to other trainees for me to adjust because I grew up in the school. So things like the type of class we do, set class, it's very rigorous and hard for me especially, but I'm lucky that I grew up doing that sort of class. I don't think I would have made it otherwise. So that's been the easiest thing, but not easy.
I think for me it's been a really educational experience because dance was not something that I grew up with. So to have a child that just absolutely loves it and it's her whole world, I had no choice but to try to educate myself about it. What is ballet? The history of it. I needed to find out what it is that I need to do to be able to support her as she goes along her journey. So it's really been an eye-opening learning experience for me so far.
Have you ever struggled with balancing school and dance?
I have. Actually, this year has been the toughest part, transitioning into the 8th grade. It's at the Brown School, the school that I go to. It's 8th grade is more of a freshman year there, so we get piled with loads of homework a lot of the time, but I'm getting used to balancing it now.
Balancing school and dance was always a huge struggle. It was pretty difficult, but I'm really glad that I made choices about what was important to me, and that eventually was just school and dance and family, because that made me the strange but passionate person I am, and I've decided what's most important to me.
Wendy Whalen inspires me as a dancer because she has broken through barriers such as being put down because of her appearance and being told that she's not pretty enough to be with this company and she should wear more makeup to class. And she also dealt with scoliosis. I'm not very nervous about going to the School of American Ballet. I have already been there for 2 summers. I'll definitely miss my family if I move away, and I think I will have a bit of an issue at first adjusting to new people and new surroundings, but eventually I'll get used to it.
What is your ultimate goal as a dancer?
It sounds really strange, but my ultimate goal as a dancer is to be able to feel the most like myself, because a lot of times during the day I feel like I'm not exactly who I am in like social situations or other things that I do. And so my goal as a dancer is to get to a point technically and artistically that I feel like I'm putting up no barriers at all and I'm actually showing my real self to the audience.
My ultimate goal is to be a principal dancer with the New York City Ballet, but also to inspire young dancers.
The advice I give to young dancers has been yelled at me a lot in the past, and I heard it recently. It's don't wait for permission to work hard, and don't wait for permission to be an artist, and just don't wait, because if you say, oh, I'll work on that the next week, or oh, I'll figure that out next month, like the time to make progress is now, and don't wait for someone to yell at you to do what you already want to do.
To other young dancers, I would tell them to never let anyone that inspires you or you think has control over you to change who you are as a person, because that's a very important part of you, and you shouldn't let anyone change you and make you think that you're not you're not enough. Because in the past I've been told that I'm not good enough, I should probably quit dancing now, but don't listen to that. The biggest life lesson that dancing has taught me is to never give up on anything that I believe in, because I've been turned down for roles like many times, and I briefly went through a point where I wanted to quit dancing, but then I thought about what made me happy and how it made me happy, and I just couldn't let go of it. So.
Dance has taught me that nothing is magic, and just about everything comes from hard work. And you'll surprise yourself with how much you can get out of hard work that you're not expecting, because even the beasts and amazing professionals, most of that is hard work, and it's in you.